Yeah,
is
but
dismissed.
let me bring in this. I mean, if you say that if you allow them to come and control the leadership or influence who becomes the leadership, doesn't this happen because the party members allow it?
Well, what I can tell you is that there has been a remarkable process over time. I have been a party and, of course, a player in the election of the leadership of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives in the last session, you know. And you could remember that my political party, PDP, attempted, in fact, they came inside the chambers to supervise that election. But the people came out regardless of political affiliations and came out to say the people first. So Tambua now emerged from that principle and determination of the members to say never again, people first. But that did not rule out 100%, you know, the fact that there were a couple of influence here and there. But now there's progress. That's because Nigeria is a project in progress, you know. So there's a progress. So taking from that Tambua experience, I would not also be surprised that at the end of the day, there was an attempt, I was told there was an attempt a couple of days ago, you know, for the rules of the House to be changed so that they will make it an open balloting where political parties, the leaders, and you know, the godfathers, the power managers will come to supervise, you know, what the proxies will be doing. But unfortunately, that was not possible. So it's going to be a secret balloting. And in the course of secret balloting, it's going to be you against your conscience. And this is where the plight and the change mantra of this country will actually come to play. And the interesting thing about this is that all the major players who are canvassing to become either the Senate President or the Speaker of the House of Representatives, they have been going around the country, talking to the members-elect, selling their profiles and all that, which is very healthy. If the political parties were wanting to come in full-blown, that's why I said I thank APC very well, you know, the members would have not been able to have access to, you know, to the pedigree, to understand, you know, the integrity and the reputation of the people who are aspiring to lead them, which is a very healthy development. And I want to believe that in the days to come, Tuesday, you know, we are going to be in for another progress. And I see progress to the extent that it will never be the same thing again.
What role do you see the PDP playing in determining, yeah, to some extent, who becomes what in the leadership of the National Assembly?
PDP presently is bright, it's beautiful, because they came out openly to say that they are not presenting anybody for the Senate presidency or the Speaker of the House of Representatives, knowing too well how, not out of nationalism, but out of political expediency, knowing that they don't have the number to be able to present that. So instead of undertaking on that journey of self-destruct, they now came out openly to say, hey, we don't have any candidate to present. And to that extent, they have now agreed, there's a consensus. The consensus that the PDP is going to vote block. If they vote block, PDP, you know the number of senators elects of PDP in the Senate, and if they vote blocked, and the two contending candidates, aspirants in the Senate are APCs. So they will definitely split the APC votes. So wherever PDP will vote block, of course, would to a large extent determine who becomes the Senate president, in my own opinion, and I be corrected. And you can also want to look at, not necessarily with needlepoint precision, you can also look at the other side in the House of Representatives. There are going to be welter of forces interplaying there. But as a matter of fact, I know the frontline. I know them. I know their pedigree, and old members are also aware of who they are. And a couple of them have actually served and in the leadership of committees and also the leadership of the House. So they are all very known gentlemen. But at the end of the day, I think what will actually decide there, PDP is going to be a factor there. And of course, the pedigree of those members will also be an issue, because now in the heart of this discussion now is the welfare of the members and the integrity of the institution. So we are now talking about institutional integrity is going to be at play. And in the course of this, you know, the members elect and the aspirants are also articulating, the roadmap, and this will help a long way because of the constructive engagement.
Honorable Asama, whoever emerges, one key thing here is talking about inclusive representation, which would seem to have been missing over the years in the representatives at the National Assembly. How do you think with the new leadership that will be coming from next week, we'll be getting to see a more inclusive representation from the members?
Well, in the heart of inclusive representation is this key issue of leadership recruitment process. So, we have talked about this thing time and time over again. You don't begin to invite a coach. You are playing a game and you already have time, maybe with one goal down, and now you answer you want to change your coach. You can't change your coach at that time. Or you now want to say the goals are coming too many, let us extend the goal post. You don't do that, for whatever is the reason. So what we are having now, what the society election or through whatever electoral process you thrown now into the parliament, for example, we should wait to have the measurement of our contribution. This thing is within the context of the macroeconomics measurement, where you talk about the inputs, the outputs, and the outcome. So what we threw in is now going to germinate in the days to come, and after that germination, we will go for harvest after 4 years. So that will be the outcome. So when inclusiveness is not something in the abstract, and inclusiveness is also generic. So we should be expecting that if we paid peanut, we should be expecting monkey. And if we paid ransom for it, the harvest is going to be bountiful. And that is where the derivatives of governance will now emerge, and we'll all celebrate that.
But let me ask you, if because it was a hot topic while you were in the National Assembly at the time, talking about this call for a reduction in the salaries and emoluments, perhaps, of the members of the National Assembly. If they were to slash it into half, would you welcome that? Would you consider that peanuts?
Well, the issue of slashing of the salary is not even the issue. People are just getting it wrong. When I was a spokesman of the House of Representatives, I took certain measures going around doing campaigns and letting people to buy into all of this. When you are talking about slashing salary, you could slash my salary 50%. If I'm earning 2 million, you slash it 1 million. What happens if I now create another incentive to be able to make 5 million? So the impact of the 1 million you slash, 50% you slash, does not make any sense. The Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission or the Wages Commission, and of course, will fix a salary. They say, look, each legislator is going to earn 2 million. And I am saying that, look, slash 75%. The society will now begin to applaud, and everybody will go to the street celebrating that I have shown that. But meanwhile, there are other incentives and certain opportunities for corruption, which I will earn 100 million every day.
No, but that still happen because this government says they want to up the ante on the fight against corruption.
The issue I'm trying to put there is that the specifics of saying that we want to slash salary may not. You are asking about the impact of slashing salary. I said, look, if I'm earning 2 million and you are slashing 1 million, but meanwhile, I am having avenues of enriching myself with 5 million, not even in a month, every 2 weeks. So nothing has actually happened. So I want to see a situation where we thin out through institutional integrity, where we thin out the tendencies for this corruption, where we look for a way to deal with the incentives that promote corruption. That's what I'm saying. Because 75%, I stand to be corrected. That may not be empirical, though. 75% of the West, or the money, going out from the public finance or public expenditure, and of course, it's through corruption. It's through corruption and not salary. So we should be able to then find a pigeonhole to place the issue of salary and the issue of the illegitimate earnings. Illegitimate earnings. Because when these earnings are not prescribed statutorily, it becomes illegitimate. And most of it in the West is coming from there. Look at the issue of the service-wide votes. Look at the issue of the ecological fund. Look at the issue of constituency projects. You know, there are a whole lot of these avenues, incentives of corruption. That's why we need the leadership. That's why this country needs a legislative leadership that will be able to understand, you know, that will understand the impact of what we are talking about, the impact of what went wrong, and who will be able to understand the positive impression of what will work, will help to complement what the president,
Honorable,
already talking about.
Thank you very much indeed, Honorable Esame Ibo, former Chairman, House Committee on Information. That's where we'll have to draw the curtains today.
Media and Public Affairs, please. I'm not information.
Oh, okay. Media and Public Affairs, almost in the same realm. Thank you very much, Dale. Well, that's the program today. We thank you all for watching and for your comments as well. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
Many thanks. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Bye-bye.